politician, right? California voted against legalizing mobile gaming, and Maryland voted.
What is mobile gaming? California voted against mobile. What is mobile gaming though? Like from the phones? Is that what they mean? Like phone gaming? Gotcha games, I think. I dislike this dude so much. Oh, Trevor Noah? He's making jokes. It was, microtrans. I'm like, I don't know. When he said mobile, I took the term mobile to mean, I took it literally as in to mean like moving something or, like mobility. There you go. I get the whole point of it. It's like, what's really the problem with this, chat? And don't say the obvious, cap slavery bad. Bro, it's for convicted felons. This is not for like, they not just scooping people off the fucking street and being like, you're a slave now. This is like for people on death row and shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you doing a fucking life sentence for shooting your cousin over a fucking game of Madden. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Can't do the time. Like I'm not, like I'm just not like outraged by this, chat. Like it sounds really, really bad. It's like, oh my god, it's slavery. It's only for prisoners. People who are doing like long sentences. So I don't know. I'm not outraged by. I mean, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Trevor said it. I didn't say it. Trevor said it. This actually is like, so he's not here, but this is a green screen. This actually is what it looks like. You cross over this like bridge, chat. Well, I guess you can come into Louisiana in different ways. But if you come from the I-10, you cross over like this little bridge. There's like a little bit of water from Mississippi, and then boom. It looks just like this. And it says, welcome to Louisiana. And then there's this shit in French that I can't pronounce. The whole state is French, bro. Even the name Louisiana is probably French. Everything about this state, chat, is French. So if you for some reason don't like French, then you're just not gonna like Louisiana. I actually know this location. This is right as you go into the state. So yeah, technically this would be Mississippi, but once you go over this sign, then you in Louisiana. You can't say anything like this is race. It affects everyone. Like anyone can be made a slave under the policy. Like it's not just black people. So it's not literal, chat. That's what I'm saying. It's not. That's why I'm not outraged, because like it only affects prisoners, and it affects everyone. There you guys go. I'm glad this is a meme. It's pronounced bienvenue. Bienvenue. Are you sure? Bienvenue. What does it mean? Well, does it mean welcome to Louisiana? I don't know. Anyways, we have French on our signs, chat. When you come into Louisiana, I assume from all angles, you're going to see that sign. It's going to have the Saints logo, also known as the Fleur de Lis. You're going to have the Fleur de Lis logo, and then it's going to say Bienvenue en Louisiane, or something like that. So, bonjour. It's going to say baguette.
Slavery, does that feel right?
I was just about to say, that's slavery. That's slavery. You took away the whips, but you put the paperwork. Took away the masters, and you put them in uniform. Same difference.
Okay. I hear you, but like, I want to know what led to this. Cause see, the problem is, chat, when you lead with like this person, it's like, okay, I'm not trying to say I'm not trying to like dehumanize people, right? But it's like trying to tug at your heartstrings, trying to be like, oh, she's like a little angel. It's like, well, okay, why were you incarcerated to begin with? Oh yeah, I stabbed my boyfriend 17 times and he died. It's like, what the fuck? Well, now I don't feel bad for you. Like, I need to know why you were in prison to begin with. Also, down here, chat, they don't call it prison. They call it jail. It's kind of weird. Watch it. Chat, when I say jail, what do you guys think? What does jail mean to Twitch chat? Whatever it is, just type it in the chat. If I'm like, you're going to jail, what does jail mean? Because that's one thing that, like, down here, it has a very different meaning. It's really weird. A plantation, county, hell, cage, the jail's not the police station. What do you mean the police station? Beat up, Joker 2. Okay, the answer that I was looking for, chat, was this. This is the answer I was looking for. The answer that level 1. It means count. Like, to me, if someone's like, yo, I'm going to jail, to me it means county lockup. Like, if you get arrested for DUI, chat, or you get arrested because, I don't know, you punched your girlfriend in the face, you're going to jail. That means like county lockup. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean prison. People don't get sexually assaulted in jail, chat. You might get beat up. You might get into some fights. But for the most part, chat, the people in jail are, I hate to use the word civilized, but you know what I mean? Like, kind of like civilized. You know, you're not getting sexually assaulted in a shower scene, chat, in jail. Now, when you actually get convicted of said crime, then you go to the next step. Like, after sentencing, you go to prison. Prison is where you in the orange jumpsuit and you out there, you standing on the bars singing, they got me locked up, they won't let me out. You singing your freaking Akon songs and stuff. That's prison, chat. Prison is where, you know, people get sexually assaulted. That's like, don't drop the soap. That's like, oh my God, I need to watch out for everyone. You know, dude walks around the corner, walks up to you, about to give you a hug, and now you're dead. You know what I mean? Oh my God, dude. Real talk, doesn't that sound like the scariest place in the entire world, chat? Prison. I do sympathize, chat, like when people get out of prison and they can't actually like function, which maybe that means I sympathize with this woman, but like, God, imagine just being in prison. That sounds so scary. Forget about the loss of freedom. That's like not the scary part. The scary part is being in prison. Knowing at any moment you could just get like killed or something or raped. Anyways.
Same difference.
It kind of appears that there is a coordinated system in order to protect the labor that's created by the prison system.
Walk into a McDonald's in Alabama, and the worker flipping your McDouble could be an incarcerated person.
It's a sad situation, a way they getting rich off us.
The Alabama Department of Corrections farms out
Is that true? Huh. They hired him. Yes. Well, does that not... There's a very obvious question that I have, chat. And I guess when they say incarcerated would mean you could go to prison. What's like a super low offense, chat, that you could go to prison for, but that's not a felony? I can't even think of one. Theft? But like, I think the best one would be like marijuana. Cause if you steal something, chat, and it's not a felony, you get in probation. Like, and again, this is coming from someone who's like actively taking law classes, chat. Even if they prosecute, they're just gonna plead that shit out. If you steal someone, if you go into your neighbor's house, chat, and you kick their door down, and I mean, technically that's breaking and entering, so now you're talking about burglary too. But let's just say you stole someone's PlayStation 5. You're not going to prison for that, chat. Like, okay, yes, that's theft, that's a crime. Or I'll give you a better one. I'll give you guys a theft that doesn't include breaking and entering or a burglary. If you were to take someone's bike off of a bike rack, chat, and just be like, you know what? My fucking bike now. You have some bolt cutters, you cut their lock, you take their bike, ride around, put it in your house, whatever. They somehow find out from camera footage it's you. They catch you. That is theft, right? You're not going to prison for that, chat. You're not. You will be arrested. The district attorney will talk to you, and they'll be like, look, we know that you did it. You know you did it. Plead out, and you'll get like 6 months probation. Like, you'll never do a day in prison. So that's the only thing I can think. Because the question that I was going to ask is, since when is McDonald's hiring convicted felons, chat? You know what I mean? Like, Do you guys know any place that hires convicted felons? To get a job as a convicted felon, chat, you basically have to work for, I mean, I guess McDonald's is a private company, but you really can't work in retail. And if you want to work in hospitality, chat, or food service, you got to work at like a small restaurant or something like your cousin owns. Watch the video. Okay, yeah, now I kind of do want to watch this. Yeah, if you steal someone's Yu-Gi-Oh cards, chat, if you go to a YCS and you steal someone's binder, that would be theft. But you're not going to prison, chat. You'll go to jail and you'll be convicted, but they're just gonna plead you out. Like you probably get like 3 months probation or some shit. Like you're not going to prison. I think they're talking about people who are currently in prison and using them as free labor. No. BP, that's not what I meant. I meant when she said in Alabama, the person flipping your burgers at McDonald's could have formerly been incarcerated. Like, I was under the impression, chat, McDonald's would never hire you if you're a convicted felon. So if you go to prison, most people in prison, BP, have committed felonies. You know, like, prisons aren't full of people who shoplifted $300 worth of groceries. If you fill up a cart worth of groceries, chat, and you just run out and they catch you, I'm taking you to jail, but you're not going to prison, chat. Like, yeah, Cap G's gonna pull up, I'm gonna hook your ass up, we gonna get them their groceries back, but you ain't going to prison. You not over no damn $300. She said currently, hold on, maybe I thought she said
could be an incarcerated person. It's in Alabama, and the worker flipping your McDouble could be an incarcerated McDonald's.
The labor that's created by the prison system.
Walk into a McDonald's in Alabama, and the worker flipping your McDouble could be an incarcerated person.
It's a sad situation.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a minute. That's even crazier. No. Are they saying that they make the people who are incarcerated work as free labor? I thought, okay. Maybe I'm crazy. I thought that they worked at the prison. Are they saying they just like, they're like, yo, McDonald's, y'all need some fee? Yes. That's, no, but like, why would you do that though? Because doesn't that, maybe that's why Trump is increasing tariffs. No, they work, but like, to me, that just feel, to me, I mean, actually, like, if I'm there, to me, I'm not saying that that's better or worse, chat. I'm just saying that's crazier. Because, like, if I'm someone who just works at McDonald's, like, I don't want to fucking work with fucking prisoners next to me. What happens if I yell at this guy, chat, and he's like, you ain't fucking want to talk to me like that, and he fucking takes a butter knife and stabs me or something like that. This is how we compete with China. Press 1 if actually 5 head, chat. Rather than have dollar labor, you get $0 labor. Boom. That's how you beat China. China has people working for $1 an hour or 50 cents an hour. We just make people work for free. Boom. GG no re, China. You've been defeated. But wouldn't they lose on extra security? Acer, so that's my point, Acer. My point is, if you have people work for free, chat, and they're working, let's say they're making license plates. That's like the whole, the old like metaphor or whatever, or the old kind of thing, right? It's like, oh, people in prison make license plates for the state. That I kind of understand, because they're in a controlled environment, and you can literally just have the guards with guns pointed, like, keep working. But if you put them in a McDonald's, the whole thing becomes like potentially unsafe. I don't even want to eat at that McDonald's, chat, for real. And I'm a cop. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. If I'm just an average person, I don't want to fucking eat it. Why would I eat at this McDonald's when I could just eat at a McDonald's that doesn't have fucking prisoners in it? And unless they, yeah, I was about to say, that's BP. That's what I was gonna say. You don't tell anyone. That's what I was gonna say. You just don't tell anyone. And you tell the inmates that if they tell them that they get, sentence added to their, what's it called? All the McDonald's have slaves, so it's normal. 4B.
Situation
All right,
the way
let's keep watching
they getting rich off us.
The Alabama Department of Corrections farms out incarcerated people to work at hundreds of private companies and government agencies across the state.
McDonald's, Burger King, Golden Corral, Wendy's. They got a Wendy's contract right now. State Trooper's office.
They'll send everybody everywhere.
They'll send you everywhere. Yes, the parole office.
And even though ADOC trusts these incarcerated people to leave prison every day and work alongside the general public, many of them are still denied the chance at real freedom.
I work for y'all, but when I come up for parole, you deny me. Why would you deny me? Because I got free, because you're getting free service.
This is a story about corporations and the state of Alabama exploiting prison labor and the coercive policies they use to keep its citizens trapped in servitude.
It doesn't work. It's a terrible system.
If you're wondering how any of this is even legal, well, it might not be. That's what we went to Alabama to figure out.
Okay. I mean, it should be pretty clear whether it's legal.
So yeah, could you just describe like how long you worked here and?
I was here 18 months. I ran their kitchen by myself from 8 to 5 every Tuesday through Thursday.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sounds like hard work.
It was.
Elizabeth Thomas was
like
in the
old girls.
Alabama Work Release Program for 5 of her 15 years in prison.
So they had a combination of incarcerated people and free world people.
Yes. Yes.
Did you feel like there was a difference how they treated?
Oh, most definitely. We worked longer hours.
Make the work release.
Yes, if you're wondering, Twitch chat, we have had a stream Golden Corral meetup. Press 1 if it was bussin'. Who was there? I was there. BP was there. Fox was there. Yeah, we've had Golden Corral meetups.
Work over, work extra days, don't want to give you off days. Like, no, I got to eat my health. I have to get rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a machine. But that's how they look at you, like.
This is Quincy Sanders.
Yeah, now it's kind of crazy. Press 1 chat if all our food was prepared by slaves for you know what, BP? As crazy as it is, we can't say for sure that this didn't happen. we can't say that this didn't happen. And I ate at one of the Golden Corral. Oh my god. I've eaten at a Golden Corral in Alabama, chat. On my first trip to New Orleans, not on my way here, on my way back. On my way back, chat, I stopped at, I remember it like it was yesterday. I donated plasma because there was a plasma bank and there was a Golden Corral in the same parking lot. And I was like, So I was like, I'm gonna go to the plasma bank, make some money, and then I went right to Golden Corral afterwards. It was in Alabama, chat. This was, I want to say, was it? I don't think it was Montgomery. I think it was Mobile. I think it was Mobile, Alabama, chat. There's a very good chance that slaves made my food. And it was good, too. The macaroni, but I like the meatloaf.
During his nearly 17 years in
No, Selza lives in Georgia. Georgia borders Alabama. Anime Nights. Georgia is right next to Alabama.
prison, he worked at several restaurants, a lumber yard, and McDonald's.
Like, working a real job and trying to be incarcerated is a very hard experience. You have to be mind strong, really.
Alabama has one of the most overcrowded and deadly prison systems in the United States. Even the Justice Department found conditions there to be unconstitutional. In 2023, almost a person a day died in Alabama prisons, which is almost 5 times the national average.
Or they might get beat to death. People beating folks with sticks. They breaking broomsticks, making little billy clubs. People in there stabbing each other. People in there doing drugs. People in there almost about to die. They're not giving you no nursing assistance. The nurse probably get there, you probably be dead.
But ADOC offers people in prison with nonviolent misdemeanor convictions a potentially life-saving deal. If they join the work release program, they get to live in special
To die, they're not giving you no nursing assistance. The nurse probably get there, you probably be dead.
But ADOC offers people in prison with nonviolent misdemeanor convictions a potentially life-saving deal.
Okay, hold on. So this is only offered to people who have misdemeanor This is for people, Chad, who have misdemeanors, non-violent. But like, why are they in the prison it's all press 1 if it's all drugs. You know what? Yeah, it has to all be drugs. Cause I'm like, why are people with misdemeanor, non-violent, or why are they even in prison to begin with? Cause like, again, Chad, if you're thinking this, I've had so many classes, Chad, like our pursuit class, right? We don't chase people, Chad, in New Orleans. We don't even chase you in the police cars, Chad. I will not even pursue you if it's a non-violent offense. Like, you guys could literally steal a car, right? I'm not chasing you for that. Like, if it's a property crime, I'm not even fucking chasing you. It has to be a violent crime, Chad, even for me to, by policy, pursue you. Now, state trooper, the Louisiana State Police, they'll chase you until fucking, you can go to Texas, they'll chase you. But Cap's not chasing you. If you kidnap, if you have like aggravated arson, aggravated assault, human trafficking of like a child, murder, manslaughter, I'll chase you for those things. But if it's a non-violent, if it's drugs in your car, I'm not fucking chasing you over that shit, chat. We don't even chase for that shit. So that's why I'm like, it has to all be drugs, chat. Because things like theft, things like battery, a battery is just any unwanted touching, chat. If you're at a football game, you get too drunk and someone talks shit and you punch them in the face, you're not going to prison over that, chat. You're just going to jail for a day or so. You know, you're getting a charge, but like, you don't go to prison for those things. You go to prison, chat, generally speaking, for violent crimes. If you sexually assault someone, you're going to prison. If you shoot someone, you're going to prison. You stab someone, you put a gun in someone's face, you kidnap a little girl, though that's when you go into prison. But that's just kind of wild. None of those are all felonies, by the way, chat. What about gape? You mean sexual assault? Like rape? Yeah, that's you go into prison. That's not a misdemeanor anywhere. If you sexually assault someone, you go into prison. You know? Oh, grope? Nah, that's a misdemeanor. If you just, I don't know, chat, there's a cute girl and you slap her on the butt or you grab her, that's a misdemeanor. You're not going to prison for that.
If they join the work release
Grape is violence. Are we talking about grope? Grape? What are we talking about here?
program, they get to live in.
What if they stole your QCR Fuelos? That is also a misdemeanor. Now it can become felony. Like, I know shoplifting and stuff, chat, it's determined by value, but like, even when it's a felony, it's not violent. Like, they'll generally plead that out. You know what I mean? They'll plead that out.
Special facilities that are generally much less dangerous than regular prisons. They spend their days working in the free world without prison supervision, and they can earn 72-hour passes to visit their families at home.
If you go out here and you do the right thing, you get to elevate, you get to grow, you get out of this facility. But what you didn't tell me is that you finna get all my money. That's what they didn't tell you.
Is that a fair trade, chat? I don't know. I know what I just said like an hour ago, chat, and you guys can be like, Cap, but what about what you? This is different because like these people aren't violent criminals. So I don't like this program. I understand that this is like akin to the program that they have in Louisiana, but like I don't like this because these people aren't violent. These are just, most of this is just drug shit, but it could even be like theft. I'm someone who did theft a ton when I was a kid. I wouldn't deserve to fucking go work for free. And I understand the whole like, oh, you can go see, but like, to me, this is what's it called? This video's from 2 months ago, bro. This video is not old. It'd be one thing, chat, if this video was like 10 years. This video is from fucking 2 months ago. This video is brand new. No, this video came out like 2 months ago. This shit is like active, like right now.
The state takes a 40.
Cap signing like a woke. No, It's different. It's not that I am advocating for prisoners. It's just it's different when people aren't violent. Like, you're talking about people who got caught doing fucking cocaine or something. Like, that doesn't, you can go to prison, fine. But like, we don't need to take your fucking money. Like, come on now. That's not woke, bro. That's not woke.
50% cut of every incarcerated worker's wages off the top, before taxes, plus an additional $5 a day for van rides to and from work, $15 a month for laundry, and then any restitution and court fees.
Press 1 if Mr. Moore. Jesus. So they take 40% of your paycheck right off the top. 40% of your paycheck is just give that to me. Then you pay taxes. Then they take $5 per day for every van trip. Then they take $15 for laundry. So you probably literally have like what? $50. I don't even know if you have that. Because if the van trip is every day, they take 20. Like, if they're working 5 days a week, that's $25. You probably have like, I don't know, a fucking check of like $20 or some shit.
Or taxes, plus an additional $5 a day for van rides to and from work, $15 a month for laundry, and then any restitution and court fees.
If your check is $636, you might see two something out of that. And that's it.
Okay, so basically 2/3 of the check is gone. All right, fair enough. You forgot legal fees. He's saying if you make $600, Shaq, they take 2/3 of your check.
Every 2 weeks. And you didn't work.
Damn, that's every 2 weeks? Yikes.
80 hours and only seeing $200. Like, it makes you lose motivation, because you know money motivates people, especially working. So it kind of makes you lose motivation.
One estimate calculated that the state of Alabama enjoys a benefit of more than $450 million a year off of prison labor.
And it's slavery all the way around.
They make $500 bro. I hate to say, this is actually, even though maybe this is wrong, this is actually like so five-head, chat. They make, Alabama's not even a big state, chat. Imagine if they did this in a state like Pennsylvania. That'd be crazy.
Off of prison labor.
And it's slavery all the way around
This is
the board.
capitalism.
It's
California.
slavery.
Well, so you can never pass it in like a super blue populated state, right? Like this, you can never get this in New York. You can never, it would never pass in like California. I mean, if it was in California, they would just make insane amounts of money. It would be unimaginable. But like California would never. Like California has the most liberal laws anywhere. You know what I mean? In California, short of just killing someone, you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. So like, it's not gonna pass. Spy Fox, why are you spamming Arcane? Do you play League of Legends?
And unlike
Because
free
I asked if anyone wanted to watch Arcane, and everybody's like, no, Cap. I'm like, dude, Arcane was good. I
world
liked
workers,
Arcane.
incarcerated
That's
workers
Caitlyn, yeah.
can't just get a shift covered or quit.
ADOC has a list of rules that all incarcerated people are expected to abide by.
So you
rules
can't
like
quit.
don't have contraband, be in your bunk at the required time, and rules like don't refuse to work. That's a
Is
rule
Arcane
on the
woke?
books.
Season
CJ
one's
Sandley
not.
is one of the attorneys behind a recent lawsuit filed against ADOC.
Yeah, season 1 is not.
The
League of
range
Legends
of
is really
punishments
woke.
folks can face if they get written up for refusing to work include solitary confinement, losing access to phones, tablets, visitation, access to their families and loved ones for like 30 days, 60 days, being required to do more work inside the prison.
Jinx and Vi are not lesbians, bro. You have it somewhat mixed up. I'm not. I can't really explain, because if I explain, then you'll like. We after this chat, we need to decide if you guys are interested in watching Arcane. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say they're Jinx and Vi are definitely not lesbians.
Prison walls for
You need to
free,
know. I've seen
under threat of
no, that art is inaccurate. Yes, they're not lesbians.
punishment.
No, it's not. No, it's not even like a. No, he just has the relationship wrong. That's not even a Cap being like, oh, they're not gay, but they are. No. That Jinx and Vi are not. They're sisters. They're sisters. There you go. I'm not trying to spoil the show for you guys, but Jinx and Vi are sisters. They're not lesbians. Yeah, they're sisters.
I talk to my family. I want to be a part of my family, and you're telling me that if I don't go and do what you want me to do,
Yeah, it's not like that.
At these jobs, work as hard as they want me to do. If
there
they
are
need me 7
lesbians,
days,
but it's
you
just
want
not
me to
Jinx
go
and
there
Vi.
7 days.
It's
If they need me
someone
80
else.
hours, you want me to work 80 hours. If they want me to turn around and come back and
Netflix
do
got
a
no, they
you want
didn't.
me to get
No,
up
Chad,
and-
they didn't. The lore, again, I know season 2 just came out today. Unless season 2 has something wildly wrong, the lore in the show is completely accurate. Cause like, I don't think they had game developers make Arcane, but they had people who were familiar with League of Legends make Arcane. It explains so much. And if you don't really like the lore, I don't really understand how you even like the show. Because the show explains so much about these freaking characters, chat. Like, I'm watching the show and I'm like, oh my God. So that's how X, Y, and Z. That's why I really want to watch it. All right, let's
And you want me to be available to do all this.
Tarek is super gay.
But if I decide
But he's
I'm tired,
also awesome.
Lord forbid if we got sick.
I talked to Reginald Burrell, who was injured when an entertainment
Tarek is
center
super gay.
fell on his head at the private furniture manufacturing company where he worked through ADOC. When he spoke up about it, he was fired.
And, I confronted the JPO about it, and they shipped me to Childersburg with extra duty, taking away my privileges. And I ended up in a lane.
I thought League had no. What do you mean? League has nothing but story. League has a ton of story.
And now I'm ended in a landfill working for free.
Not Mission Impossible. Top Gun.
One of the most valuable things in the system is whatever I can do to get out early. If a work stoppage to protect myself from being abused and to speak up for myself could subject me to sanctions, I don't have to say it, but you're going to follow whatever order you're given.
Chris England is a state representative in Alabama. He's leading the fight to reform the state's prison system.
It is a completely broken system. The folks in charge, the parole board, they don't use guidelines. There is no methodology applied to it.
Alabama has some of the lowest parole grant rates in the country.
And more than 90% of the time, hearing this answer.
Hold on. Discretionary parole grants by states. Let's see. Wyoming, North Dakota, Massachusetts, Nevada, Utah.
Grant rates in the country.
And more.
Damn. Well, here you go, Twitch chat. If you guys are going to do crimes, these are the states not to do it in. Don't do it in South Carolina. Don't do it in, a 10% chance. You have to go to, you're fucking cooked, as the kids say. Like, for me to feel comfortable, chat, you got to at least give me, a 40% chance. If I have a 13% chance of getting paroled, you're cooked. You have to go to that damn board at least 8 times to kind of be guaranteed to get out. Cat, please, Shawshank. I've actually never seen that movie, by the way.
More than 90% of the time, hearing
I know what
this
it's
answer.
about, though.
Denied, be denied. Parole will be denied.
If the parole board followed its own guidelines, it would grant parole in about 80% of cases. But instead, that number dropped to just 8% last year.
Rip.
And incarcerated people in the work release program don't fare much better.
Oh, I'm not saying that it's not
there are
good.
people at the
I mean, it's
Department
an
of
Oscar.
Corrections,
Yeah, it's an
their
Oscar.
system,
At least
and they
nominated. I don't know
say
if he won,
you are
but
not a threat.
I'm pretty sure Morgan
So much
Freeman got
so.
nominated.
You can leave here and go work. Some people
Shawshank is
actually
a
go home
cap
for 72
like
hours on a
movie.
weekend and are told,
wanted to watch
we
Arcane.
trust you to the point where you do whatever you got to do. We'll see you Monday morning, 8 o'clock. That same person goes before the parole board and they say, what you did 20 years ago is so bad we can't let you out. You are a threat to public safety, but make sure you're at work tomorrow morning.
A federal lawsuit claims that 200
Monka, chat. You are what this guy just said. Monka, you are a threat to public security or public safety, but make sure you're at work at that McDonald's tomorrow. Monka, how can both be true? How can both be true? If you are a threat to public safety, why would we have you work with the public?
Make sure you're at
Unsupervised.
work tomorrow morning.
Monka,
A federal lawsuit claims that 235 people in the work release program were denied parole in fiscal year 2022.
So if the system is operating as designed, what is the point of the system?
It appears labor is.
One thing our lawsuit talks a lot about is that very clear lineage from slavery in the state to convict leasing and to what we've got now. And the punishment by the Department of Corrections is what our clients are challenging, because that's what amounts to involuntary servitude and slavery by the state.
After the Civil War, the 13th Amendment abolished slavery with a key caveat. Forced labor was still allowed for people convicted of a crime, and the states adopted a copycat of this federal amendment. But here's the thing. In 2022, Alabamians made a historic vote to remove this exception.
The state has a new constitution. Voters overwhelmingly agreed to make our state constitution free of racist laws and language.
However, right after the voters of the state changed the state constitution, the governor and the Department of Corrections really doubled down on the punishment for refusing to work.
So the people closed the loophole and then the governor went around to open it up again, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Governor Kay Ivey's executive order made encouraging or causing a work stoppage a high-level violation, on the same level as possession of a weapon, drug possession, and bribery. The order also cracked down on
this lady.
correctional incentive time, better known as
Good time.
In some prison systems, good behavior is
yeah,
rewarded
you know,
with
Jack,
what's
I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of fucked up. So it seems like they can't add new people to the program, but what they can do is they can punish the people who are already in the program. Press one to fuck this lady. I didn't know what she looked like. She's old white lady. Fuck this lady. That's really fucked up. So you make the punishment like, I don't understand how the punishment can be akin to having a weapon. A weapon can kill someone in prison.
what's known as good time.
I do love capitalism, Dolan, but like there's a difference between you don't need to what's it called? You don't need to capitalism doesn't need to come at the expense of your morality and your integrity.
People can earn sentence reductions and get released.
And even if it does, like, come on. It doesn't need to be this evil. Like
from
shit.
prison early.
And the state legislature
You're
even
sounding woke.
changed.
No, I'm not. Because if I was sounding woke, I would have said I don't like capitalism.
It's good time law.
That's the thing. You guys can, even when you guys say cap, you're sounding like it doesn't even make sense. If I was woke, I would be like capitalism is bad, but it's not bad. Capitalism is like one of the greatest things on the planet. So stop. You guys can never really ever prove that I'm woke because I'm just not. It's just not in my DNA.
To increase that form of punishment.
It does
folks
need
who
to be
refuse
this
to
evil.
work.
No, that's not true. Because if you're basically saying, Dolan, if you're saying that capitalism, there needs to be no ties to morality, then you would just have murder be legal. Like that would be the most like why not just have everything be for profit? There has to be a certain line. If there's no line, what else would be this profitable? Just forcing anyone off the street. Like overturning the is it the 14th Amendment? The one that bans you could just overturn that. That would be more profitable. You could just grab people and make them work. That would be even higher capitalism. You could just bring back slavery. You wouldn't do that because that would be morally wrong. So like there has to be a certain line. I think I just proved that, by the way. No social order is less profitable than a social order.
We're simply changing the amount of
correctional incentive time or good time days that are offered.
Are we increasing or are we lowering it?
We are lowering them.
All of this was done on the heels of this constitutional change, and frankly, it's a brazen ignoring of
also
the will
purging
of the
the
voters of
impoverished so
state,
that
and
they
that's
don't
what,
drain.
That's
I
what
mean,
our
again,
lawsuit is about.
that's also
and
true.
so many people want to work, but they want to be paid fairly. They want to be paid a free world wage for the labor they're doing. They want to be working in safe conditions. They want to be treated fairly. And they don't want to be forced to work if they don't want to, or they can't because they're sick, or they have a doctor's appointment, or they're feeling unsafe in their work and they want to change jobs.
What is this? Is this Alabama's flag, chat? Is just a giant red X? That's Alabama's flag? Oh. I drove through this state. I've driven through this state like 5 times. I swear I've never seen that flag. Or maybe I have. I just didn't know what it meant.
One of the unique things about this state and really the country is that things just never end.
Stars
they
and bars.
evolve. If your prison system is full, it's primarily full of black folks, black men, and you have a racial disparity in who gets released and who doesn't. Can you imagine the optics of what that labor force looks like?
Black people account for just over a quarter of Alabama's total population, but more than 50% of the prison population. An AL.com investigation found that black men were 25% less likely to get parole than white men.
If you could take a picture of a group of men who are working convict labor decades ago and juxtapose that next to a current labor force,
What you mean Biden's the oldest
it would
president?
probably look the same.
He's still president right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Biden is 3 years older than Trump, right?
What is the point of prison? Is it the creation of a cheap, controllable, and confined labor source? Or is it rehabilitation? And what does a
by the
real
letter of law, it's
commitment
supposed to
to
be
rehabilitation for incarcerated people actually look like?
I wish they'd strip that name off of that Alabama Department of Correction. I wish they'll take correction out of that and just say Alabama Department, because ain't no correction. Ain't no correction, ain't no structure, ain't no discipline. You discipline me to do what you want me to do, not the law.
I don't know how I feel about the whole rehabilitation, because like you guys know that's ideally supposed to be the point of prison, right? The point of prison is to take someone who did something bad or may be bad and like rehabilitate them into a form to which they can return to civil society. Like I don't really know if that works. If that as a process really works, to be honest. Like I fundamentally just don't believe, like some people just can't be fixed. If you rape someone, chat, I don't know, let's say you raped a couple of people. Like, can we really fix that out of you by you serving 14 years in prison? Like, I don't know. I don't know if you deserve to get out. What about execution? It says I don't see a problem with it. If you commit a capital offense, I don't see what the problem with execution is. For this first case, For this first case of the vid, who do you think is at fault, the girl or Snapchat? Yes, cut it off.
Has been charged with a felony after a passenger said she caused a wreck because she was using Snapchat.
The first instance of the speed filter being cited as a
My inclination is to say her.
potential cause of a serious crash.
Castration? No, I don't like the idea. Why do people? Can I ask this, chat? Because a lot of people say that. Why do people even think that that's to think that that could be an applicable punishment? I don't understand that. Like castration. One, a person can still commit sexual violence while castrated. Two, that doesn't really affect your mentality, right? Like you'd still be the same person, you'd just be missing one body part. You know what I mean? Like aren't you still fundamentally it reduces the drive? does it though? Because like, does chat answer this? If you just somehow didn't have your wang anymore, would you lose all sexual drive? I would argue no. You're no longer receiving testosterone. Well, doesn't that require removal of the testicles? Because when you say castration, I'm just thinking of the wiener. So are you saying that they removed the wiener and the testosterone or the testicles? Because if you still have your testicles, you're still producing testosterone? It's chemical. So then but then what if they took artificial enhancers? I think it's the idea that the potential loss would deter people. Nah, I'm good. I'm not willing to risk that. It would definitely affect you mentally. Yes. So it's chemical castration. I always thought it was physical castration. Death by volcano. All I'm saying, chat, is I may or may not have created the perfect. Press 1 if Cap created the perfect execution years ago, but no one wanted to listen. My Twitch chat called me a madman. But in the end, just like Thanos, I was right. Yeah, just like Thanos. I mean, I'm pretty sure we got a lot of volcanoes, chat. Or does America have any volcanoes that are not in Hawaii, chat? Or are all our volcanoes in Hawaii? Because Hawaii has to have them. So do we have like any volcanoes anywhere else? Or are they all in Hawaii? Because if they're only in Hawaii, we could probably have like a little bit of a logjam maybe. Washington State has volcanoes, really? Alaska has. Okay, then all right. Well, then you've proven to me, chat, that we've got enough. If you're telling me we have volcanoes in Hawaii, we have them in Alaska, and in Washington State, we have more than enough volcanoes. I thought they were. Wait, Yellowstone? That's like Montana, right? I don't know if Yellowstone's a volcano. I think that's a geyser. Yeah, I think that's a geyser. National park. Okay, whatever. The point is, I thought we just had volcanoes in one state, but we have at least 3 states. We got enough volcanoes to throw people